I'm Mike Manalo from the Nerds of Color, and I'm here with one of the most charming men to ever grace any screen, Mr. Mike Colter. How are you, Mike?
Thank you so much. Love the backdrop. I mean, this is the first one all season. You have our backdrop. This is unbelievable. This is great.
I felt like going with something a little evil today, so, I thought that this would be appropriate. I have to get into it, sir. I binged the first couple of episodes yesterday of season 3. I'm really excited about where this is going. I wanted to ask you, David is now a priest officially, there's going to be a lot of challenges that come with being a priest. What do you think audiences can expect to see in terms of him battling those challenges now that he's officially ordained?
It's great because it just gives him another a harder obstacle to circumnavigate. I mean, it's one thing to sort of say, I'm studying to be a priest, I'm priest in training. You got one foot in the real world, civilian world, and one foot in the priesthood. Now that he's a full-on priest, I thought it would make it more difficult, but I also feel like there's a certain tenure that has been attained with becoming a priest. You have more rope. I was trying to get into the priesthood. You're trying to become a made man. Well, now that you become a made man, there's a certain untouchable quality. There's a certain protection. They've made a commitment to you. You made a commitment to them that's supposed to be for life. Well, they're not so easily or readily, trying to get rid of you. This is how I've understood from being on the inside now of this character, where you're like, Catholicism is based on a lot of forgiveness. Well, what is David going to have to do to get to not be a priest, right? So as he sort of goes through life trying to figure out what it is to be a priest, he's going to make some mistakes, And I think him being a priest, a Black priest, is a rarity. I think he's good for the church. I think he's a poster boy for how we like to consider ourselves, and being equal opportunity and all sort of stuff. And I think to a certain degree, he's able to use that to his advantage, and I think that gives him a certain edge.
I would agree with that. And growing up Catholic myself, all the priests that I knew were just mean. So I kind of wish David was a priest in real life, like at my church.
Right. I think he's a cool priest. I think he's a cool priest.
He's a cool priest. That's what I love about him. One of the best things, the heart of this show really, is this chemistry between Katya, Asif, and yourself. And with David really just kind of going on different missions, he doesn't have a whole lot of time for a lot of group activities. Do you miss the team, and do you miss that, like getting to work together a little bit more regularly than you are in this season?
I think it's a good device. It's a good situation because it allows for a little bit of breathing room for those things that we're dealing with as characters. And it's better to not be around people sometimes for a bit, especially when you've had some awkward exchanges. And I think that's good to a certain degree. It allows people to have some space to sort of, shift gears, sort of figure out how to deal with things. And I think that's true in life. I think if something that happened like it happened in the end of season 2, I think people would avoid each other for a bit. You know what I mean? Whatever that is, it's like, well, for whatever reason, you're like, okay, well, if you have an awkward exchange with the person at the gym, you might want to change your gym time. You might want to maybe I'll go to the gym in the morning now. Maybe I might want to go to the gym after work as opposed to the middle of the day. Conveniently, you're just not in the same room at the same time for a while. And I think that's what's going on. I think it's working better for them for the time being.
Absolutely. Especially with the weight that they're carrying on. Mike, this has been amazing. I want to say thank you so much for this opportunity. I can't wait for people to see these episodes because it's such a good show. You're phenomenal in it. The cast is phenomenal in it. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you so much for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Great one.
The activists, directors, comments and the lectures, fanboys, professional artists and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me.